For this tutorial you will need any sock yarn you like, a knooking needle, some different yarn which has the same hook size or the same needle size. It should just have another color, scissors, markers and a tapestry needle for sewing the ends. Start creating a slipknot. Now we have to chain stitches. Make sure your stitches are loose. Your chain should be long enough for your ankle. You can also use the sock chart on my website to know how many stitches you will need. These are 46 stitches. Now we have to cast on stitches. Make sure your chain is not twisted. Insert your hook through the first stitch to join and create a circle. Cast on cross knit stitches from above. We will work only cross stitches cause it is easier. We will meet again if your cast on is done. Make sure your cast on is not twisted. Now we will start knooking the ribbing pattern. Knit 2, purl 2. So knit 2, and then purl 2. Continue this way across the round. This is the first round. Work the following rounds this way. If you pick up knooking in between and you don't know if you have to purl or to knit anymore, I will show you how to recognize this. Stitches which you have to knit have a V-neck. And stitches which you have to purl have a turtleneck. Continue knooking in rounds until your shaft is long enough. From now on, we'll knook only the cross knit stitch. This will be the stockinette stitch. Knook one round. Set 2 markers to have half of your stitches. Take your contrast yarn and knook all the stitches between these 2 markers. Now cut the yarn. Make sure it is not too short. Don't pull the hook through the stitches. Take a tapestry needle and yarn and take off the contrasting stitches. Now we knook again over our contrast stitches. Now you can pull out the extra thread, and we also don't need the markers anymore. Continue knooking some rounds, 2 or 3. After this, we will work the heel. After some rounds, take off all the stitches onto an extra thread. We need our hook for the heel. Now we have to pick up all the stitches around the contrast yarn. On the other side, I'm using a tapestry needle for picking up stitches. Pick up also the stitches on the side. You can leave the extra thread and knook over. Use the tapestry needle for pulling out the contrast yarn. This is how it looks like without the contrast yarn. You should have 2 holes. I added yarn on this corner. This is a new yarn ball. Now knook 2 rounds. After 2 rounds, we start shaping the heel. Knit 1, take off 1 stitch, knit 1 and pull it also through the stitch before. Continue knooking the cross knit stitch until you have 3 stitches left before the next marker. Now knit 2 together, knit 1. After the marker, knit 1, take off 1 stitch, knit 1 and pull it also through the stitch before. Continue knooking the cross knit stitch until you have 3 stitches left before the next marker. Knit 2 together and knit 1. This was a decreasing round. Now knook 1 round without decreasing. Alternate between 1 decreasing round and 1 normal. Continue this way until you have only 1/3 of your stitches. So if you have, for example, 60 stitches, continue until you have only 20. This is my heel so far. Now cut the yarn, take a tapestry needle and pick up all the stitches. Pull out the knooking thread. Pull the tapestry needle to the inside. Tighten the stitches. Make a knot and sew the ends. After the heel, continue knooking the sock in rounds. I will knock 15 centimeters. Have a look at the sock chart to know how many centimeters you will need. These are 15 additional centimeters. Set markers to divide your number of stitches in 2. We work the toe section the same way as the heel for the first 5 rounds. After 5 rounds, we will decrease every round. you have to fasten off the same way as the heel. Don't forget to sew all loose ends. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Have a look at other sock tutorials and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be notified about new videos. Happy knooking and bye bye!